lot of new Epstein revelations. One more I didn't want to know than the next. But of course, we're talking now about three very famous figures and what their excuses for having known Jeffrey Epstein, made contact with Jeffrey Epstein, having meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, maybe getting some money to Jeffrey Epstein. These are excuses. So the first one is the story that's actually kind of making some headlines recently, which is that Bill Gates apparently had an affair.
That's right.
With a bridge player from Russia who was maybe like 20 at the time.
Sick.
And
first of all, age gap much? Go on.
Wow. And Epstein somehow found out about this and tried to use it against Gates. So Epstein sent Gates an email in 2017 asking to be reimbursed for the cost of, and this is the bridge player, Antonova's coding camp tuition, with the implication being that he was aware of Gates's infidelity and prepared to expose it. People close to the situation told the Journal. Gates reportedly never paid him and is unclear if the two interacted after the 2017 email. This is from a spokeswoman for Gates, told the Wall Street Journal, Mr. Gates met with Epstein solely for philanthropic purposes. Having failed repeatedly to draw Mr. Gates beyond these matters, Epstein tried unsuccessfully to leverage a past relationship to threaten Mr. Gates. So, an open admission right there. So, okay, they only met for philanthropic purposes. And again, based on those meetings and what we know of them, here was Judy Woodruff a couple years ago. I don't know if you remember this fun clip of asking Bill Gates, did you learn anything from his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein?
What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so, in general, you always have to be careful.
I didn't make that video.
But I get it.
But I understand.
But I understand.
But there's that's sort of what is going through your mind is like the heartbeat and then like zooming in on it. We watched this video on this show before. He's dead. So in general, you have to be careful. But do we buy that they only met for philanthropic purposes?
No, of course not. How do you get into a conversation about, oh, by the way, I want to be reimbursed for coding camp for your mistress? Like, there's the buildup of context to knowing all of that is clearly non-philanthropic.
The backstory is he was trying to link her up to someone who could fund her global bridge playing initiative.
I don't even know what bridge is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's something that old people play before they die.
Bridges, gates, you know what I'm saying?
It's
all a portal. It's all a portal.
Bill Bridges Gates.
Bridges and Gates.
Bridges Gates. Phoebe Cates. Kevin
Okay,
Kline.
So
I'm sorry,
you're doing fine. Okay. Why Kevin Kline? Okay, so you're saying don't buy it.
Don't buy it. That's the worst excuse I've ever heard. There is no excuse there.
I buy this excuse.
What?
I buy it.
You think?
Here's why. Hang on. Here's why I buy what I've read. First of all, I do think that Gates contributed to the fund to have Epstein whacked. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. I like that there was a GoFundMe.
There was a GoFundMe. It was private. You can do that, and you can select private. But I believe his excuse because apparently Epstein really wanted him to invest in like some bullshit and Gates like passed on it. So he was mad at him for passing on this like certain investment. So he tried to out him. They've had multiple meetings. I don't know, dude. Also, why is Gates fucking a 20-year-old? I'm on the fence, maybe.
Okay, first of all, he's fucking a 20-year-old.
She's legal. I understand that.
First of all, I wasn't even going to go there because age gap, yikes. No, he's fucking a 20-year-old because he is a famous billionaire. I expect a famous billionaire to cheat on their wives all the time.
Sure.
That's what was going on there.
I guess so. Okay. But I'm buying it because I feel like Epstein tried to drag him into some bullshit.
That's what I'm saying though. Epstein, getting to a point with Epstein where he's like low-key threatening to expose you and this, like, you know, in this affair.
There's something deeper there.
There's something deeper there. You don't fucking that's not a negotiating tactic that I think you jump into immediately with some, you know, oh, I met with him for philanthropic purposes. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. I feel
Come on, babe.
I choose to believe that Epstein had two kinds of
Just
friends.
'cause you
It was
like
the friends who knew like the hand signal that meant like I otherwise can't get women who aren't underage and semi-sex slaves. And then the ones who are just like, I'm meeting with you for like, you know, financial purposes.
Right. But I think
but maybe it was one and the fucking same.
Yeah, I think it's one and the same when it comes to fucking Bill Gates. Come on.
Okay. Well, I
what
wonder
happened with him and Melinda.
Hey, with Melinda.
Well, they're broken up. Yeah, they're putting computer chips in a vaccine.
Let's see.
I'm just kidding.
Let's see.
But no, I just no, I think that's
some people are saying philanthropy. All right, do I have to boot some folks? Somebody do some booting.
Wow.
I saw some comments I did not approve of. All right, so that's Gates. Okay, so we buying it, we not buying it. Let's go to Elon Musk. Elon Musk, who was actually subpoenaed for his relationship with Epstein on April 28th. This is the U.S. Virgin Islands issued a subpoena to Musk because of suspicion that Epstein may have referred or attempted to refer Musk as a client to JP Morgan, according to a court filing Monday. That subpoena demands that Musk turn over any documents showing communication involving him, JP Morgan, and Epstein, as well as, quote, all documents reflecting or regarding Epstein's involvement in human trafficking and or his procurement of girls or women for consensual sex. That like Musk might have. Now, what is Elon's defense for himself?
I know what his defense is. This reminds me of
a quote
from the movie Goonies. Hey, you guys, which speaks to my innocence.
I like that.
Yeah.
He said, this is idiotic on so many levels. That cretin never advised me on anything whatsoever, number one. Number two, this is bullet points. The notion that I would need or listen to financial advice from a dumb crook is absurd. And three, JPM let Tesla down 10 years ago, despite having Tesla's global commercial banking business, which we then withdrew. I have never forgiven them.
Yeah.
What was that photo of you with Jelaine? Who was Jelaine tied to? That's so.
Jelaine's just a random lady.
She's a random lady, right?
She's a lady who shows up at events.
She's around.
What's wrong with the lady who shows up at events?
So he's a cretin. I don't need financial advice from a dumb crook.
Yo, first of all, he's too dumb.
He's dumb.
He's too dumb.
I feel like maybe Epstein was a smarter businessman, clearly, than Elon.
Oh, 100%.
But here's why I don't buy this at all. Because Elon once tried to buy a woman off with a horse after exposing himself to her multiple times and like basically assaulting her. So like,
wait, what?
You did? What do you mean?
You tried to buy a woman off with a horse? Like, if you don't tell on me, I'll give you this horse.
I'll buy you a pony. Yes.
How old was this person? Was it a child?
No, but that's exactly what you would do.
His go-to thing is something you
I'll
get a child.
You a pony. No.
Get you micro machines. What do you want?
Kids don't want micro machines. Like the new Zelda is what they want.
That's true.
So no, this was I believe someone who worked on a private plane of his. This was months ago. Matt Lieb, you are out of it, man.
I mean, there's just so much news out there.
This was old before we had a kid.
I know, but listen, today's news is that HBO Max has become Max. And I've just been excited for this for months now.
So
it's now Max, guys.
It's just Max. You could just call me Max. It's like the kid that comes back to school and you're like, it's just Max now. You're like, no, your name is HBO Max.
Yeah, sorry. Your name is HBO Max forever.
You can't just
it's
gonna take me a very long time to learn that.
Trust me, because like, listen, I saw The Big Lebowski in theaters. My dad took me out of school one day and was just like, I just want to spend time with you. We went to go see a movie. We saw The Big Lebowski. No one else was there. It was in theaters, in and out in 2 weeks. I came to school the next day and I was like, guys, my name's not Matt anymore. I am the dude. You got to call me the dude.
You did not.
I did. And nobody knew this movie because this movie wasn't
They
popular
called you
yet.
the dude.
No, they were like, no, you're Pigeon.
But I think that's a great Pigeon.
I was Pigeon.
They called you Pigeon.
That was my nickname. I was Pigeon.
Why?
Because I did a really good pigeon sound
So they called you Pigeon.
for like 3 years in middle school. I was just Pigeon.
How come I didn't know this?
It's a shameful time in my life when I just was like, okay, I'm Pigeon. You didn't know this? You didn't know my nickname was
It
Pigeon?
explains so much about you, poor baby. It was picked on. Hey, there's Pigeon over there.
Hey, fucking Pigeon, make the
Hey, do the
noise,
thing.
idiot. Yeah.
That's really funny.
So I'm saying,
Also,
if I can't be the dude, you can't be Max.
first of all, I also think it's really like if you were transitioning as a student, as a kid, coming to school and being like, "You're gonna call me the dude," is like actually kind of funny and great.
Yeah, no, it's at least there's like more of a purpose other than like I saw a movie I liked. I feel like you're transitioning.
No, I just think you transition and be like, "I'm the dude now." Them's my pronouns. The dude.
I like that. I like that.
You
Those
will refer
are
to me as the dude.
that is the thing about the dude is that it is also pronouns.
Pronouns.
Mm.
Did Max transition? Is HBO Max like? Are there new pronouns?
Yeah, I assume it's just Max.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Max/Max.
Mm-hmm.
This is some sort of bad reactionary.
It feels bad, but we're going for it.
This is kind of what. Yeah, this is going to be on Laura Ingraham tonight. Or no, Greg Gutfeld's going to make this exact joke.
I know.
HBO Max is transitioning.
Gutfeld. I haven't seen the show. Does he just go?
Gutfeld. That's what he does, and crushes it in the ratings.
Dude, crushes it.
Okay. Finally, and most sadly, sadly, disturbingly,
What?
Noam Chomsky
What about him?
was also implicated as having met multiple times with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah, because he's like an anarcho-socialist.
He was teaching him about socialism.
Absolutely.
And linguistics.
That's all he was doing.
Right?
He was talking about linguistics.
Listen.
So
he's in New York. They're both in New York hanging out. They go to the same like hangout spots.
Mm-hmm. They sweat at the same lodge.
Did he go to the island?
So we don't know that.
Okay, well then.
But Epstein planned to fly with Mr. Chomsky and his wife to have dinner with them and movie director Woody Allen.
Oh, this is a bad group.
And his wife / stepdaughter, Sunyi Previn.
Adopted
daughter.
Yeah.
But basically daughter. If there was a flight, this is Chomsky, which I doubt. This is the best Chomsky response. If there was a flight, which I doubt, it would have been from Boston to New York, 30 minutes, Mr. Chomsky said. I am unaware of the principle that requires that I inform you about an evening spent with a great artist.
He is talking about Epstein specifically, or he's talking about Woody Allen?
It's unclear at this point. I believe Woody Allen.
Although
I'm sorry. For all of Epstein's crimes, none of them were committed against one of his kin.
That's true.
Unlike Woody Allen.
No, Woody Allen definitely.
Unlike Woody Allen,
a specific type of crime.
Very different, obviously, in terms of scale and scope. But so that's Chomsky straight up being like, he's a great artist in the year 2023. Woody Allen.
Well,
after all we know,
he's a bad person, but he made some good movies. I'm not saying
I saw. I know.
Wait, you've never seen Annie Hall?
No.
That's great.
I won't now. See, this is the best thing about people who you like weren't yet like you had slept on for so long is that when they get canceled, you don't have to try no more to like their shit.
That's true. You don't have to create excuses.
I don't have to pretend like I like their movies.
When it comes to Woody Allen is a ginormous piece of shit.
Yeah.
But I liked Annie Hall. That was good.
Well, that's fine. You can have Annie Hall. Okay, so it continues though. In response to questions from the Journal, Chomsky confirmed that he received a March 2018. This is bizarre. Transfer of roughly $270,000 from an Epstein-linked account.
Oh no!
He said it was, quote, restricted to rearrangement of my own funds and did not involve one penny from Epstein. Chomsky explained, here we go, that he asked Epstein for help with a technical matter that he said involved the disbursement of common funds related to his first marriage.
A technical matter. It's like, is it technically, what is the age of consent technically?
Right. My late wife died 15 years ago after a long illness. We paid no attention to financial issues. He said in an email that he CC'd his current wife. We asked Epstein for advice. The simplest way seemed to be to transfer funds from one account in my name to another by way of his office. Chomsky said he didn't hire Epstein. It was a simple, quick transfer of funds. When initially asked about his relationship with Epstein, Chomsky had told the Journal, first response is that it's none of your business or anyone's.
Shit.
Second is, I knew him and we met occasionally. So
he did a nunyo on Epstein.
None of your business. And then, yes, we did meet. So, okay.
Oh, no.
That financial excuse might very well be true. But here's my thing about Chomsky's response, and it's so sad, is that if you met like 5 years ago when all this blew up, knew that you met with Epstein, you would have a story and a response immediately. And it sure as shit wouldn't be none of your business.
I mean,
it would be like, what, Jeffrey? I have been horrified by the Jeffrey Epstein revelations. I'm sick to my stomach. He advised me on a financial thing, but honestly, I saw and heard about none of this. Like, you have a whole thing. You have a fucking notes app in your, like a notes app draft ready to go.
I have one for all of my friends already.
I have one for you. I have no idea who this man is.
Never met him. He showed up one day.
We need a paternity test immediately.
No, but like, that is, here's the thing. The flight, I was like, yeah, they flew in to meet with fucking Woody Allen. I don't know. The money thing is, well, you can't really ignore it, is the problem. Here's the thing. I look at Noam Chomsky and I see a man who has lived too long.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.